Okay, so let's just get right into it. We've all been there, right? You're in a super important virtual meeting, maybe a big conference call, or you're about to give a presentation. You're ready, you're focused, and then, bam, absolute chaos. Today, we're going to break down how you can not just survive that chaos, but actually handle it like a total pro.
I mean, this just says it all, doesn't it? It's that perfect, quiet moment right before the storm. You've got your coffee, your notes are all laid out, your camera angle is looking great, and then reality, in the form of a pet, or a terrible connection, or some random software bug, just decides to remind you who's really in charge.
Ah, you know that feeling. Your heart just drops into your stomach, the internet starts to flicker, your microphone suddenly decides to make your breathing sound like a hurricane, or, my personal favorite, your video freezes in the absolute worst possible pose right when somebody asks you a direct question. It's a very specific, modern kind of terror. But here's the most important thing to remember. You are not alone in this. Not at all. These technical disasters aren't some sign that you're unlucky or unprepared. Nope. They're an expected, baked-in part of our digital lives now. So let's start thinking about this a different way. I absolutely love this idea from the source material. Thinking of glitches as a mascot instead of some kind of monster completely changes the game. It's not a personal failure anymore. It's a shared experience that kind of connects everyone in that virtual room. The goal isn't to somehow avoid them forever, because that's impossible. It's to know exactly what to do when they inevitably show up to the party.
So, how do we get ready for the inevitable? Well, we switch from being reactive to being proactive. We stop just waiting for the chaos to hit, and instead we build an environment that's designed for stability. Let's call it your command center, or as the source puts it, your battle station.
And that's the whole idea right there. Your physical space has a direct impact on your digital presence and your mental state. A cluttered, messy, poorly lit desk just creates anxiety and distraction. But a well-organized space, that gives you a sense of control that translates directly into confidence on camera. Just look at this comparison. On the left, you've got total chaos. The screen angle is low, which is going to cause neck strain. The light is behind you, turning you into a mysterious silhouette. And there's just stuff everywhere. Now look at the right. A few simple changes make a world of difference. A clean desk, a screen at eye level, and good lighting. This isn't about buying expensive gear. It's just about being intentional with your setup. Now, what's really interesting here are these essentials. Putting your screen at eye level, you can even just use a stack of books, prevents you from getting tired. Having a light source facing you makes you look clear and engaged. And get this, adding soft stuff like a rug or curtains can make a huge difference in your audio quality by cutting down on that echo. These basics are your foundation for a really strong professional presence. Okay, so you've built your command center. It's perfect. But what happens when that little mascot decides to show up anyway? Your internet drops, or your mic just dies. Now we get to the most critical part, how to react in that exact moment. This is the golden rule. Seriously. When something breaks, your first gut instinct is to panic. But your calm, measured response is what people will actually remember, not the glitch itself. A steady voice and a simple, looks like I'm having a small audio issue, one moment, is so much more professional than a flustered, frantic apology. And please, remember this, because it's a total game changer. The audience isn't sitting there thinking you're incompetent. Trust me, they're feeling this huge wave of relief and empathy because they know it could just as easily be them. That shared vulnerability, it actually builds a connection. So just let go of that fear of being judged. Okay, here's a super quick guide for the usual suspects. If your audio dies, first try muting and unmuting. If that doesn't work, reselect your microphone in the settings. If your video freezes, just turn your camera off and on again. That simple little toggle fixes it way more often than you think. And if your slides start acting up, stop sharing, switch to a PDF version if you have one, they're more stable, and then reshare. Simple, calm, and it works. All right, now if you really want to level up your preparedness, you need a backup plan, a small pre-made kit that can get you out of almost any common jam. This gives you this incredible sense of control because you know a solution is always right there, within arm's reach. So let's see how this kit makes you basically invincible. Having your phone's hotspot ready to go is your #1 defense against an internet meltdown. A spare set of simple earphones can save you if your main mic fails. A power bank prevents disaster if your laptop charger gives out, and an old-school notebook means you can keep taking notes even if your whole system crashes.
And hey, by the way, if you're finding these tips helpful for your own virtual life, a quick like, follow, or share really helps us bring more explainers just like this one to you. So we've covered prevention and we've covered reaction, but the final piece of this puzzle is really a mental shift. It's all about changing our relationship with failure itself and moving from a mindset of total panic to one of pure professionalism.
And this is the ultimate takeaway. Perfection is impossible. It's just not going to happen. So the real goal isn't to create some flawless tech bubble around you. It's to get so comfortable with recovering that glitches just become minor bumps in the road, not these catastrophic events. True professionalism isn't about never having problems. It's about mastering the recovery.
This quote from the source material just perfectly nails that new mindset. Your confidence doesn't come from having a perfect track record. It comes from knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way, smooth things out, and just keep moving forward with grace.
So here's what that really means. Every single glitch is actually an opportunity. When you recover smoothly, maybe with a bit of humor and calm, you're not just fixing a problem. You're showing everyone that you have composure under pressure, which is an incredibly valuable professional trait. You're building a reputation as someone who is reliable and totally unflappable. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Instead of dreading the next time your audio cuts out or your video freezes, I want you to think about it this way. How are you going to use that moment to show everyone in the room just how professional and composed you really are?